Welcome to the Honest Dog Breeder Podcast with me, your host, Julie Swan, where each week we dive in to discuss all things dog breeding so you can build a breeding business you love, producing dogs that fulfill their owners' dreams. I believe you can have an honest dog breeding program that also pays the bills. So throw those pods in your ears while you're cleaning kennels. I'd love to join you. What if you live in California and now you can't have non-refundable deposits? The new law has come out in 2026 in California, making it illegal to have non-refundable deposits as a breeder there. I know the goal was to stop scams of people pretending to sell puppies accepting deposits, but as often happens, the law won't do much to stop scammers, and it will hurt legitimate breeders trying to run an honest program. Buyers pay deposits to lock in their pick in the litter and to give the breeder confirmation people want pups in their litter. It's a good system. It's important to have skin in the game as a buyer. However, this new law changes all of this. It is asking breeders to remove this component of their business and sort of figure out a new method. So, what do? First off, for any of you wondering, trying to relabel the deposit as a reservation doesn't change how courts typically view it. I know I'm not an attorney and this isn't legal advice, but the law doesn't leave much wiggle room on that topic. There's no reason to have your whole contract thrown out in court because of this legal stipulation. I've thought about this one a lot, and I believe it comes down to 3 avenues depending on your ideal puppy buyer. 1, you make your refundable deposit higher so it isn't easy for them to simply place a deposit unless they're serious. Number 2, you make the deposit very low so that if you have to refund it, it isn't that much money. And 3, you don't change your deposit, keeping it the same, just understanding that you'll be responsible for refunding the whole thing if they ask. So, which is right for you? You'll want to increase your deposit rate if your people are a little fickle and are difficult to get to commit. This will force them to commit, and it will be less likely they'll place deposits with multiple breeders because it will affect their cash flow too much. For breeders who are nervous about the refunds and anticipate a lot of refunds, then I would drop your deposit lower so those asking for a refund aren't going to hurt your cash flow. And lastly, if you rarely get people canceling spots on your wait list looking for a refund, then you don't need to change anything. What I might do is remove the wording in your contract that discusses the refund. This way, it will default to state law and not encourage them to ask for a refund. So what this might look like is a line that says, the deposit is this, and it comes off the total price of the puppy, which is this. This way you honor the refund, but don't make it outwardly obvious. This will allow the effect of putting skin in the game to work, but not be in violation of the state law, while not encouraging them to ask for it back if they want to cancel. Despite having 50% refund on my breeding program, I do have a handful of people who have placed a deposit, passed on getting a dog, and haven't asked for a refund. I treat them as though they are in limbo land with a credit at the ranch when they're ready, if they ever are. If you found this episode helpful, please tap that like button. It helps me better understand you and supports the channel. If you're a current or aspiring dog breeder, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel to be notified when new videos come out. Thanks.